Creating a biosecurity plan. Why have a plan? A biosecurity plan aims to help minimise the introduction and spread of invasive species. Invasive species can cause problems for marine operators and their users as they cause increased biofouling on structures such as pontoons, moorings, props and boat hulls, and they can be very difficult and costly to remove. What is biosecurity? Biosecurity is about having procedures or measures in place in order to reduce the risk of introducing or spreading harmful invasive animal or plant species. Getting started. First, you'll need to appoint a member of staff who will be responsible for developing your biosecurity plan and managing it on site. They'll need to follow these key steps. Step 1. Understand your site. Gather as much information as you can about the chemistry of the waters at your site. This will give you an idea about the risk from invasive species. Also, find out if invasive species already exist at your site. Check online for survey reports or records for your site. List the number and types of man-made structures in the water at your site that invasive species can attach to. List the number and type of boats at your site, and if any contain ballast water where species can become trapped and hidden. Finally, decide if your site is at high or low risk of introducing or spreading invasive species. For example, a high-risk site will have submerged structures without anti-foul coating or fully saline water with minimal fresh water inflow. Step 2. Understand how invasive species can be introduced. Identify the movements of vessels and equipment into and around your site. Where are they coming from? Are they similar or different conditions to your site? Identify high-risk vessels and equipment at your site, such as those covered in biofouling or with animal or plant matter hidden within equipment and parts of a vessel. Vessels and equipment that have arrived from a site known to have invasive species or based in another country. Step 3. Identify activities which risk the introduction of invasive species. List all the activities on your site that can lead to the introduction or release of invasive species. These may include construction and maintenance of slipways, pontoons and coastal defence structures, anti-foul removal services, cleaning of vessels and structures, disposal of biofouling, temporary floating pontoons from other sites, operating moorings and berths from visiting and resident boats. Step 4. Biosecurity control measures. Outline the actions that you plan to take to improve your biosecurity. Aim to stay practical. You can always add a wish list of other actions should time and budget allow. It is important that measures are effective, clear, realistic and easy to communicate. Any measures which apply to private boat owners will only be taken up if they are simple and make sense to the boat owner. A subcontractor can have measures written into their contract, making it an obligation. Some example measures that marinas can put in place include raising awareness through signage, newsletters and your website, installing a washdown to collect biofouling and anti-foul residue, provide an anti-foul service, create an anti-foul policy, implement staff training. You can access full biosecurity plan guidance on the GB Non-Native Species Secretariat website on the Rapid Life Project page.